Good guess. Absolutely. Barley? No, these are very good. South. Hi, Founder fans. Jason here. Welcome to Trivia, Friday Night Trivia, American Revolution, Founder of the Day. Thank you for coming. Hi, Paul Revere. Hi, Ginger. Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming. It took me a little bit longer to turn it on because I said, oh, wait, I got to look up our score from last week, which, and I'm sorry for anyone who did miss, but we hit 226 in our big grand finale. No, if you heard anything, it's because the sound was playing when I was watching myself on YouTube trying to figure out that we scored 226 out of 243 last week. And again, not to shade, but I believe it was Matt and Troy were both conspicuously absent, and they missed our best round of all time. But if they're here, I'm willing to bet we come in one shy. That's my assumption. Hi, Ashley. Welcome. Everyone's rolling in. I hope everyone's having a great week. I am going to say right off the bat, for anyone who watched yesterday's interview with Dr. Jane Calvert, I apologize for my sound being terrible. She was here about 20 minutes ahead of time, and we spent that entire time trying to figure out why I was echoing. And we decided to run with it and do the episode anyway. She's super nice. Actually, not this time, but last time she was here, we ended up talking for like an hour afterward, just chatting, which I feel very lucky that she did that. So she was very kind and asked if I wanted to reschedule, but I didn't want to leave you guys hanging like that. So I just said, hey, you do most of the talking and I'll sit back as much as I can. I am going to spend this weekend figuring that out. Unfortunately, she's the only one I seem to have that issue with. So we're going to figure that out this weekend because when she comes in the future, we don't have to worry about that anymore. Because her information is so valuable, and I genuinely appreciate it. I'm sure, I assume you do too, because you guys watched. Despite that, the handful you guys who came to watched most of it, and I was really feel privileged that you would deal with my misgivings to get that information. So, thank you for coming. Let's get to trivia. Oh, one little note. There is not going to be trivia next week. Boo, this man. I'm sorry. I'm taking a little sojourn to visit my parents for a brief holiday / birthday / all this and that. My family's finally getting together after a year of basically not seeing each other. So I will be probably shooting a few videos from on scene on Long Island. For those of you down there, I'll be close to you. I will shoot a few videos from down there, but it's not going to be my usual setup. I'll be doing it remotely. Hi, everyone coming in. We're about to start trivia. Just giving some news of the day, saying a big apology for my audio issues yesterday. And welcome. And no trivia next week. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not even going to be publishing certain articles, but when I come back, I am going to start republishing my articles next Friday with a Brutus. This week on Sunday, there is going to be a weekly wrap-up, but after that, they're going to be moved to Thursdays, and I will just be Monday through Friday at 8:15. Hopefully have a guest as many days as I can, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday will be a weekly wrap-up, and Friday will be trivia. I figured since I do have to take a little bit of a break for a few days next week anyway, this would be a good time to make that change. Unfortunately, the experiment with Sundays doing the weekly wrap-up kind of failed. So anyway, you're not here for this garbage. You're here to play some trivia. Let's do that trivia. Let's go with our warm-up questions. Question numero 1. Is it legal for the police to stop and frisk someone even without evidence the person has committed a crime? Now, it's right there next to me. Go ahead and throw me your answer. I'm only about 3 seconds ahead of you guys, so we should be able to respond pretty quick on this one. I will note this is one of the Constitution card questions. They don't necessarily fall into the American Revolution, but I bought them with the rest of my Revolution trivia in Philadelphia a few years ago, so I'm counting it. I'm waiting to see if any of you think it's legal for the police to stop and frisk someone even without evidence that they've committed a crime. Now, hey Matt, welcome. I will note that I believe we did run into this card a few weeks ago with trivia. I think we started trivia in February. Starting around December, I started not putting cards back in the deck. I have actually next to me a pile of cards that we've used so that they don't get mixed back in. I think we did this one, but I see a bunch of yeses. And the answer is going to be, if I figure out my system correctly, the answer is going to be yes. C. It is, you can be stopped and you can be frisked. Let's see if the card has anything added to that. The Fourth Amendment prohibits only, quote, unreasonable search and seizure. In Terry v. Ohio, 1968, the Supreme Court decided that when the police see someone acting in a suspicious manner, it is permissible for them to search the person, known as stop and frisk, technically known as a Terry stop. I bit my lip. I did not know it was technically known as a Terry stop. I guess in certain situations, it's not unreasonable for search and seizure, is essentially what they're going with here. Poor reviewer, they can stop you for suspicious behavior, but they can't detain you for nothing. Right, but they can frisk you and seemingly find a reason to detain you. It's not that tough. Anyway, let's move on to our next question. Question numero dos. It's one of these what happened here cards. What happened on Lake Champlain, New York, May 10th, 1775? And while you guys let me know what happened on Lake Champlain in early May of 1775, everyone who's coming in, hi. Anyone popping a little bit late? You just missed one question. Just did some updates because I know you guys popping a little slowly for trivia because we go about an hour. So welcome. Answer the question. What happened on Lake Champlain, 1775, May 10th? And for those of you who are here, Matt, I don't know how early you popped in, and I don't know if Troy's here yet, but you two missed last week. We're in our big wrap-up where we try and name 243 people. We named 226 last week, so we're ready to do this thing. Paul Revere, her answer is no idea. Thank you for playing. At least you gave us an answer. And Matt coming in with what seems to be the correct answer. The rebels took Fort Ty. Yes. Ethan Allen, working with Benedict Arnold and Seth Warner, took the Fort Ticonderoga less than a month after the Battle of Lexington and Concord. Ashley, I was going to say, I giggled at it a little bit. Oh, I forgot to pop up the answer. There it is. Right there. I giggled a little bit. I saw Ashley say the Battle of Lake Champlain 2, and my thought is like, well, if that were a thing, they'd probably call it the Second Battle of Lake Champlain. That's how they used to name things. But no, obviously a typo. It's not technically called the Battle of Lake Champlain. Honestly, it wasn't much of a battle. They kind of went in when everyone was sleeping. The fort was understaffed, and throughout the Revolutionary War, Fort Ticonderoga always seemed like it was the most important fort, but in actuality, it ended up just kind of being a stopping place that was always taken very easily. Yes, Misfit, the Green Mountain Boys, and Benedict Arnold, who claimed he outranked everyone, even though he didn't have any soldiers with him. Let's not harp on that too much. Why don't we pop over to the quiz board here and do a quick little quiz. Now, I thought this week it would be fun to try this out. Can you name the causes of the American Revolution? So 5 minutes for 15 questions. I'm hoping you guys can see this pretty easily, but I'm just going to run down the hints. They give you hints for all the causes, so we'll run it down and then you guys can answer at will. I'll just read through them slowly as we go after I hit play. But just to let you know what the hints are, British imposed taxes to pay for the blank. Soldiers tried and found not guilty by reason of self-defense. That's a hint. So what was the event? These are almost all events. Showed the British how unhappy the colonists were with the new laws. Colonists were forbidden to settle the west of Appalachia. You know what? I'm not just going to read it out. I'm going to hit play after reading the first one. The British imposed taxes to pay for the blank. What do we think the British imposed taxes to pay for? That was one of the original causes of the Revolutionary War. And I will say these hints seem to be in order. But we don't have to answer them in order. Ashley, come up with French and Indian War. French. Oh, if I can spell it. French and Indian War. And Matt, yes, I'm wondering, yeah, the 7 Years' War is the same war. Those are correct answers. So, soldiers tried and found not guilty by reason of self-defense. What was it where the soldiers were tried and found not guilty? Misfit with the Boston Massacre. That sounds right. Yes. Oh, and actually, Crispus Attucks is also Boston Massacre. That's strange that they even included it. Okay, we've got, hey, Lauren, thank you for coming. I'm going to name two at a time. So, showed the British how unhappy the colonists were for the new laws. And the colonists were forbade to settle west of the Appalachians. Excuse me. See, I'll just read through them. You guys answer them. I will if you feel like it, or if you read on the screen, you know, and I'm not there yet. Give me something to write. What are the reasons we started the war, or events? Like I said, the colonists rioted and harassed tax collectors. Protests. I think what protests in particular? What did they do to protest? That's extremely famous. Quartering soldiers. It's not actually an answer on there. I think the Boston Tea Party probably is. Colonists rioted and harassed tax collectors. Again, what was it that forbade colonists from settling west of the Appalachians? What was it called when the colonists rioted and harassed tax collectors? What happened that resulted in a boycott of all British goods? Maybe a meeting where they agreed to that? What's associated with the shot heard round the world? New York. What happened in New York? New York refused, so the king dismissed their assembly. What did New York do that had the king dismiss their assembly? Okay, Stamp Act. That's one of them right there. Now we're in tarring and feathering, I believe is the order they're looking for. Ashley, First Continental Congress. First Continental Congress. If I spell it right. Continental Congress. I think that's the right answer. Lexington and Concord. Oh, okay. The shot heard round the world. Lexington and Concord. Okay, now I'm confused. I gotta play these before I bring them to you. What was the colonists' response to the Intolerable Acts? One word. Quebec Act. Did I spell wrong? Quebec Act. I'm not... Okay. So First Continental Congress ended with the Continental Association. No? What did they call... Did someone say it yet? What did they call all of the acts? The Quebec Act was one of many acts. Then they all lumped the acts together into one thing. Resulted in the creation of the First Continental Congress. Intolerable acts. Oh, I can't type today. Okay, well, that's over there. Okay, well, at least it was a correct answer. That's not where I expected it to go. Let's see. Colonists disguised themselves as what at the Boston Tea Party? Did someone already say it? Yes, Native Americans. Misfit already said it. I'm assuming you were looking at that. Is it Indians? Is that the answer? Come on. They should at least accept Native Americans. That's tough. 1775. Oh, look. See, Misfit's reading ahead. I appreciate it, Misfit. Mohawk is, yeah, definitely a more acceptable answer. Probably the Native Americans. But for some reason, they went with Indians, which I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I actively try and avoid on this channel. Colonists. Hi, Scott. Boycott the Intolerable Acts. Yeah, it's too many words, but it's the right idea. But I don't understand Lexington and Concord. Oh, okay, so the shot heard around the world was both, and Lexington and Concord are both acceptable answers. Weird. Rebellion. I'm just going to type it in. I'm going with the map. Okay, well, that was a little bit challenging, but definitely not the worst one thing I've done. At least this one you guys can answer. Oh, didn't I type in... Oh, we did Quebec Act. We didn't do Quartering Act. And the Township Acts, which are most of the Intolerable Acts. Did we type in boycott? But the word boycott's here. This is the one... yeah. I should have gone back to this to have made a bigger scene about it. Oh, Scott, that's what you're going for. All right. I'm about 3 seconds ahead of you. That's all right. That was pretty good. We got 11 out of 15. The ones we missed were very specific acts. I did not realize New York, I don't know about this. The king dismissing New York's assembly because they refused the Quartering Act. I don't know. Quartering wasn't as big a deal leading up to the revolution as it was made out to be. I'm not going to harp on that now. We can talk about that later if you want. You know what? I am going to pop back up here where there are 0 questions for you. And we're going to go with our next question. So, we'll pop it up here. George Washington is the center of attention on this week's cards. So, again, with this particular set of cards, it starts with student, aka younger audience questions, and then scholar, older audience questions. So, question the first. Well, technically the third question. Did George Washington become America's first president before, during, or after the Revolutionary War? Yeah, this one's not super difficult, but very important to know, which is why I'm glad they actually put it on the side for children to learn. Anyone just popping in and out, real quick. Okay, hi, bye. After, and everyone's pretty much got it. Whoops, yeah. Yes. What am I doing? Oh, guys, I'm sorry. I opened question 1 back up. Let's do this. Let's do it right. There he is. Did question get asked? Yes, there it is, after the war. And someone left. All right, I lost someone. Anyway, thank you guys for sticking around through my transgressions. Yeah, George Washington, it was several years. It says 6 years after on this card. It was 6 years after he resigned in December of 1783. Technically, the war didn't end until the Americans ratified it in 1784 and then sent the ratification back. So later than that, so it's hard to quantify. Next question, true or false? Again, for kids, so pretty easy. George Washington refused to become involved with politics while in charge of the Continental Army. True or false? This question's a little deceiving. Because he was, I'm going to let you guys throw out some answers before I comment too much, because this question's even hard to casually comment around without letting you know what the answer is. True or false? George Washington refused to become involved with politics during the war. We have Matt saying false. We have Misfit saying true. Again, it's true that he refused to get involved, or it's false that he refused to get involved. It's deceiving. Yeah, Matt. So the answer that the card states is true. Now, it's kind of a double negative. Like, true, he refused to do it, or false, he refused. So it's worded kind of poorly for my taste. But again, I'm just going with what the card says. But at the same time, it's inherently political being commander-in-chief of an army, especially when maybe they weren't a republic yet, but a republic is being created. And Washington always made it a point to default the tough decisions, if he could, to Congress. But there were many political things, like the Asgill affair, where they were going to do a revenge hanging for that killing of Huddy. So that was politics. Again, of course, he ends up referring it to Congress, but like the idea that they were threatened to hang someone in revenge, it was international politics. So I'm not writing the questions. I'm just critiquing them publicly and offering them to you. Next question. True or false? George Washington had wooden teeth. Misfit with, he always said he leave it to better minds and better men. It's a good way to put it. That is essentially how he would refer to it. Yeah, better minds and better men. Washington was smarter than he gave himself credit for and others gave him credit for. Not the towering intellect of the Revolution, of course, but smart enough to start countless impressive businesses and lead an army to victory when they clearly should have lost that war against the mightiest empire in the history of the world. Okay, so here we go. We got Scott with true, Matt with false, Misfit false, Ashley false, can't type tonight, Ginger false, Ashley false. So everyone versus Scott, essentially. Which, sorry to break it to you, Scott, the answer is false. It is a common myth. Now, I meant to look up what they were made of. If memory serves, they were actually made up from other people and some animals, and eventually they were made by dentures. I forget the gentleman's name, but I wrote an article a while back about the dentist who made Washington's teeth. And eventually, Washington had some kind of rotting disease. It wasn't like back then everyone's teeth fell out. That's a common misconception. Washington had a very poor teeth. And they essentially all fell out by the time he was president, and he had dentures made. I heard he bought some off his Ivory. Thank you, Ginger. Bought some off his help. I think what you're politely trying to say is some of them were slave teeth. And I don't want to confirm or deny that because I don't remember 1,000% right now off the top of my head, but I do believe they were taken from humans. That's to be said, they did not hold down Washington slaves and rip out their teeth. That's just, they were, not to get into the whole slavery debate, but most slave owners were a lot more humane with that. They, you know, that's not something they put them in my mouth, rip their teeth. It's not something anyone look forward to. Trying to get more players. Well, don't worry, Misfit. You just hang out. We've got 9 people playing tonight, which is more than we've had consistently so far. We kind of seem to get one new person every week, but thank you guys for playing. I really appreciate you guys. Spend your Friday nights with me. Let's continue. Do continue. Enough about me. Let's see. That was question 6. Okay, we're moving into the scholarly territory now, which is, game word for grown-ups. This is a general public game. It's not necessarily American Revolution hardcore, but they are pretty difficult. Whom did Washington replace as Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army? Whom did George Washington replace as Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army? Matt. Wink. Scott with no idea. Well, that's fair. I can understand why. Again, when the Continental Army was created, wink, who did George Washington replace? Nudge, nudge. I'm going to take a sip of water because I know the rest of you are paying attention and don't know what to say because I'm winking and nudging and it's throwing you off. So I'll just sit here for a second. Okay. And now I've thrown Ashley off in the wrong direction. Okay, so the answer is nobody. He was the first person appointed as Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army. Now, Matt, I gave you a wink and a nudge because as you can see to my right here, I wrote Artemus Ward's name down because Artemus Ward was never Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army, and that's why the card says no one. But Artemus Ward, Matt, you get a bonus point because when Lexington and Concord happened and all these militias came together, someone had to take charge, and it defaulted to the leader of the Massachusetts colonial militia, Artemus Ward, who was Commander-in-Chief of the Army of Observation. That when George Washington showed up, it changed to Continental Army. So, Matt, I'm with you. I wanted to give Artemus Ward a shout out. Absolutely. I should also note that Christian Despina, who's been here, author of the book Founding Martyr about Dr. Joseph Warren, would actually argue that he didn't take it from Artemus Ward, that he took it from Joseph Warren. But that's neither here nor there. But I did want to give him that shout out too. Ashley, Lee Nathaniel Green never outranked Washington, but I can see why you went with those, especially with me giving the winks and the nudges. I was trying to be tricky about it. I apologize for throwing you off. Lee wanted to be Commander-in-Chief for sure. Nathaniel Green was simply the best, but he was always subordinate to George Washington. Let's pop on over to another question. Question numero 7. Originally known as Little Hunting Creek Plantation, what is George Washington's estate now called? it's I'll put it like this. Surprise, this question isn't in the student section. Because it's one of the most famous lands, estates in American history. There's already answers coming in. Everyone's getting it right. Yeah, it is what you're thinking. It's Mount Vernon. Now, to be fair, Washington did own several estates, including Round Bottom, which is how we sign off our weekly review. Although Round Bottom was not an estate, there wasn't a house built on it until he sold it. I think there was a log cabin, but not a grand estate as Mounting the Vernon. And again, I forget to pop this up. Mount Vernon. Let's see. And next question. George Washington was born in Westmoreland County, in which present-day state? Washington was born in Westmoreland County, in which modern, present-day state of the Union? While you wait, I am going to say, I know I did say a little bit earlier, some of you might have missed, no trivia next week. I'm going on a little trip. I am going to try and do a few videos from the road. But after that, when we return, there will be a weekend review this Sunday. But when I return, that following Monday, I'll be publishing my 1000th article, which is very exciting. And I am going to go back to Monday through Friday. We'll do the weekly wrap-ups Thursday into trivia on Friday. Virginia. Wait, it wasn't always called Mount Vernon? My whole childhood was a lie. Well, he also didn't chop down a cherry tree, probably. So sorry to break that news to you. Yes, people are coming in with correct answers. Virginia. Oh, George Washington's Virginia. It was not always called Mount Vernon. It was known as Little Hunting Creek Plantation. His older brother, Lawrence, inherited Little Hunting Creek Plantation from their father. He renamed it after Mount Vernon because he had briefly served in, I want to say the Navy, it might have been the Army, but he served the British military, and his commander was a something Vernon, I forget his first name, and he named it after his British military commander. And then when he passed away, the next brother in line didn't want the nice house, he wanted the smaller house for whatever reason, so Washington got Mount Vernon. We are done with this card. Lottie-dottie, loody-doody, but we still got 2 more questions left before we do our big round 'em up. Question number 9. We're going back to these Constitution cards. Again, not necessarily related to the American Revolution, but related to the United States Constitution. So, can a state require that candidates for office publicly declare their religious affiliation? Again, I think this is a repeat from like November. I'm not entirely sure, but I know Lauren has been calling me out on them. So feel free to call me out. Again, I stopped in December when I realized, oh no, I've mixed back in the ones we've used. I've started this messy pile next to me of cards. Can a state require that candidates for office publicly declare their religious affiliation? Sorry, Matt. Publicly declare their religious affiliation. Oh, this is wrong. Let me see. Can I fix it real quick? I'll fix it while you guys stop being confused about my religious. Did I spell that wrong? Did I spell religious wrong? I did. But you get it. Okay. Moving on. Can a state, not the federal government, can a state require that candidates for office publicly declare their religious affiliation? So Ginger's saying yes, Scott is not sure. Ginger, oh, then no. Well, yeah, you have to declare your political affiliations. It's kind of in the cards. Whoopsie daisy. Misfit, no. Matt, no. Ashley, no. Everyone's saying no now that Ginger has officially changed her name. The answer is... No, you guys got it. To ensure freedom of religion, Article 6 of the Constitution forbids the requirement of any, quote, religious test as a qualification for any office or public trust. And that includes states because it's the rights. What about a commonwealth? How dare you, Matt? Get out of here. Oh, you Massachusettsians. Massachusetts? Massachusetts is a commonwealth, I believe. Is it? Am I wrong about that? Am I confusing them with Pennsylvania? Let me know. And we're going to pop on over to the last asking question. Assholes. Okay. Yeah. All right. I've driven out that way. I get it. I'm from New York, though, so it's hard for me to judge you. So is PA. Maybe it is a Commonwealth, and so is PA. And I think there's 2 more. I think there's 4. I want to say like either Kentucky or Tennessee, and then like something in the Midwest, some random one. Last question. What happened over here? Again, we're going back to New York. What happened in Putnam County, New York on April 26th, 1777? And I have already forgotten, even though I know I typed in the answer. Though I typed in the question wrong before, so maybe I got the answer wrong. I don't say that. No, this is a very serious trivia. I'm very good at this. I'm very good at this. You guys get it. You guys have been coming around long enough. Oh, that's right. Okay. What happened in Putnam County, New York, April 26, 1777? Now, I'll give you a hint. Massachusetts. Putnam County, this area is actually east of the Hudson River. Most of New York State is west of Putnam County. I'm sorry, west of the Hudson River. Other than New York City and Long Island, everything north in upstate is west, but there is a sliver that goes on the east side of the Hudson. This is very close. This is the part that borders Connecticut and Massachusetts. In 1777, it involves, I'll give you a hint because it's very tough, it involves a heroic endeavor by a young woman. East of the Mississippi. Also, I see you talking about Israel Putnam. I am not 100% sure, but I don't believe Putnam County was named after Israel Putnam until after the Revolutionary War was over. I think it's named after Israel Putnam. If it's not, then it must be named after a previous Putnam. We will look into this. I know Jefferson County, New York is named after Thomas Jefferson. I know Montgomery County, New York is named after Richard Montgomery. Franklin County, New York is named after Franklin. Herkimer County, we discussed recently, after Nicholas Herkimer. Someone's coming in, Ashley. I don't remember her whole name, but her first name is Sybil, and she does a midnight ride. That's absolutely right. Can anyone tell me Sybil's last name and her midnight ride? Tell you what, wasn't a very good time. It was a very long ride, longer than Paul Revere, apparently. I'm waiting. You guys, someone's got to help Ashley out here, because she's right on. It was Sybil took a midnight ride. What's her last name? And I know those of you who know are like eating. It's like eating at you, right? Yes, Misfit. Sybil Luddington. The Midnight Ride of Sybil Luddington. Now, I should note, real quick, since this is our last trivia card, and we're about to play our big game, Sybil Luddington was a 16-year-old woman whose girl, 16, right? And her father was a militia officer. I forget his exact rank. Henry Luddington. And he found out that there was the attack on Danbury, Connecticut. And if it said Connecticut for the same day, the attack on the former mayor of New York City was leading a attack on Connecticut. They were raiding supplies in Danbury. He went to go recruit his men and go out to the fight. Sybil rode out to warn most of the men to go join her father and fight. Now, they arrived after the raid took place. The raid was defended by the Patriots, and by the time the Luddington and his men got there, the British were already leaving and were essentially chased by Luddington and his men in a running battle back to the water. Note, Benedict Arnold was yet again shot for, I think, the third time was at Danbury. And another gentleman whose name is evading me right now was killed. A major general in the Connecticut militia. Man, it's going to bug me. I can't remember his name. He was martyred for the cause there. Now, as for Sybil Luddington, there is some debate about exactly how long her ride was and who she warned. Wooster, thank you, Matt. David Wooster, thank you, Matt. David Wooster was killed in the battle, or died a few days later from wounds sustained in the battle. Sybil Ludington, there is some debate about, because no one kept track of young women and exactly what they were doing in their lives at the time. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it was. And unfortunately, we don't know a lot about whether or not. There are people out there who don't believe her ride even took place. Now, I'm not one of those people. I do think she went for a ride. But it is impossible to know exactly how the ride went. That being said, the State of New York has put up markers on the trail that they suspect she took. So, a little fun fact about Midnight Rider, Sybil Ludington. We do know it was probably longer than Paul Revere's Midnight Ride, but we also know Paul Revere took about a dozen different rides, so let's not get too angry about her. Lauren, there is a movie about her. Well, I would like to see that. I would imagine that a lot of it is based on, there's probably a lot of artistic license taken. Now, that's fine. I'm not criticizing that. But as I was saying, it is, I published an article about Sybil Ludington years ago, early on in Founder of the Day, and I got a lot of criticism. Not a lot of criticism. A few people were like, hey, be careful what you're saying in this article. And I was like, I just did a general overview. I even noted in the article, like, this might not all be true, and people were still like, no. So be careful what you say about Sybil Ludington, but she's definitely a very interesting character, who more than likely took a very heroic ride and helped chase the British out of Connecticut. That being said, dun dun dun, we're going to wrap it up over here by rocking and rolling and getting an advertisement. They want to sell me TV, and I'll have you know I'm not interested in buying it. So, we are going to try and name as many American founders as we can. For those of you who have not played this game before, we are trying to name not every member of the Continental Congress, but most of them. Anyone who was at the first Continental Congress. Anyone who signed the Declaration of Independence, Articles of Confederation, or attended the Constitutional Convention. Or anyone in the first Congress, so any inaugural members of the United States House of Representatives or United States Senate. It is a total of 243 people, and we have 20 minutes. Now, I will note, some of you missed last week. We got 226, and honestly, there were a few that we thought we said, so more like 228, putting us 15 people shy. So, get your thinking caps on. I'm probably not ready because I can't keep up with you guys, but as always, let me sip this water. Wait. All right, now I'm ready. Let's start with the big six. And as soon as I see some names coming, one name at a time. I know some of you like to start out with 10 names right off the bat. Help me out. One name at a time. As soon as I see a name pop up, oh, Ashley's in. Hamilton. Washington. Let's do it. Okay, that's two. It's easy. It's more than that. There are more people than two. Adams. There you go. There's a third one. Jefferson. J. Franklin. If I can type. I got to sit back a little bit. Make sure I'm typing right. Bartlett. 2 T's, Matt. And every week. Van Rensselaer. Thank you for the spelling. Ginger. Monroe. Madison. Hancock just did. Whipple. Jerry. Robert. Joe. Ellery. Payne. Carroll. Lee. That's a few. Dean. Griffin. Hancock, we just did. Muhlenberg. Thank you for spelling it right for me, right? Mess it up. Good you. Martin. It's okay if you don't spell it right. Matthews. Scott. Adams. Oh, we did Adams. That's all right. Lawrence. Better to say it twice than not at all. Matthews just did. Hughes. You guys are on the same page. It's amazing. It's amazing how you guys come up with the same names. Hawthorne. Oh. Skylar. Is there a different spelling on Hawthorne? Hawthorne. Thorn with an E? Nope. Okay. Uh-oh. Skylar. Thornton. Bland. Lewis. Huger. Adams with 2 D's? No, but that is a name. Huger. Page. Oh. Page. Gadsden. Dana. We did Payne, right? Yep. Parker, Morton, Harrison, Collins, Langworthy. Thank you for the correction, Ginger. Gary, Witherspoon, Rush. Do we do Gary? Yeah, we did. Okay. Cushing. Tucker? Yes. Floyd. Hopkins. Thatcher. Ellery. We did. Morton. Sherman. Good one. Broom. Hall. Foster. Bland. We did, right? Martin. We did. Yes. That's all right. Do them twice. It's better than not at all. Williams. Huntington. I'm keeping up with you guys today. Up. Huntington. Vining. Williams. Nope, just did it. Giles. Williams' son. Nice. Wolcott. Don't you know it's insane? Sumter. Hopkins' son. Nice. Klingon. Nice. Wolcott. Wolcott with an O. Which we did. DeHart. Floyd we did. Baldwin. Yates. Coates. I think you're thinking of Coatsworth is a middle name. Lansing. Lewis. Got him. Gorham. Edwards. Nope, you guys got ahead of me. Keep them going. Keep going. Anyone popping in? We are finishing up by naming every American founder we could possibly think of that was involved in politics, not necessarily in the war. So, Edwards we did. Morris. Dickinson. Walker. Livingston. Wythe. With. Bloodworth. Okay. Let's go to Bloodworth. What's a Bloodworth? About a pint. But okay, sorry guys. I'll make them funny from here on out. Marshawn, thanks for the like. Lansing, we just did White. Ellsworth. Ashley's doing the worst. Wadsworth. Yes, you got it. Bassett. Hart. That's right, not DeHart. Hart. Clark. Izzard. Mifflin. Wentworth. There, I think we got all the worths. Although I probably shouldn't say that. Dayton. Dean. Oh, we must have done Dean. Drayton. Dayton and Drayton. Good job. Fitzsimmons. Strong. Dickinson. I think we did. Yes. Drayton. Nice. You guys are on the same page. Yates we did. Van Dyke. Good one. Dyer. Lee. Must have done it. Chase. All right. Ginger's Chase. When it bounces around on me. Oh, man. Okay. Smith. Sylvester. You guys are doing awesome. Sylvester. I thought Sylvester was one. I guess not. Or did we do it? Stone. Jackson. Nelson. What about the other secretary? Remember, the secretary shouldn't count, but he does. Mitchell. Must have done Mitchell. Collins. I think we did. Goldsboro. Great name. Okay, did we do Dana? We did. Pendleton, Houston, Sturgis, Holton, Hudson, Houston, Hudson. No, Hudson's not one. Okay, there is one like Holton. There it is. We must have, we did already. Okay. Lovell, Stanton, McClurg. Okay, or McClurg. Too far. Oh my god. Okay, it bounces around a lot. Bourne. Nope, okay. Blair, Telfair, Harvey, Wincoop, Wayne, Ames, Ash, Langworthy, must have done Langworthy already. Okay. Walton. Good one. Moore. 2 O's. More or less. Brown. Lawrence. Otis. Morris. Okay, we got Lawrence. But did we get the ones that sound like that? Cushing. Harvey. We must have done Cushing. Harvey. Sherman. Okay, what's after? Oh, yeah, we did Sherman. Okay, great. What's after Sherman? Parker, which I think we did. Parker. Hi, Catherine Livingston. Hancock is the correct answer. I think we already did it. Thank you for joining us. Just name anyone you can. I've not seen you come before, but Livingstone. I'm sorry. We talk about the Livingstons around here a lot. Thank you for coming and participating. Tillman. I understand this is probably the part that's tough for new people to enjoy. Wolcott. Oh, we got Scott and Misfit doing Randolphs at the same time. I love that you guys are on the same page like this. Whipple. Biddle, good one. Pendleton. Oh, I think we did that. Rutledge. Ashley and Ginger with Rutledge at exactly the same time. That's amazing. Because it is such an important name. And I remember, can't keep up. Can't keep up. Oh, man, you guys are doing great. I'm pretty far behind you. I understand. Oh, Rutledge. There are the Rutledges. Okay. Clymer. Oh, Gorham. I think we did. Yep. Better to say twice than not at all. Braxton. King. Walker. Bartlett. We did 2 T's. Thank you, Ashley. Matt, take notes. Right. Strong. Did we do that? Yeah. Grayson. We did not do. Fitzgerald. Oh, interesting one more. Ellery. Okay. Keeping up. Keeping up. Keeping up. All right. Thatcher, did we do? Yeah, we did it. Gwinnett, I don't think we did. If I spell it right, with 2 N's and 1 E and 2 T's. Yeah, there it is. Langdon, good one. Bannister. If I can spell it, Huntington. I think we did because I spelled it really poorly. Moore just did. Thompson, there it is. Scott. Smythe. Nope, that's a Canadian trophy that we want to win. Anyway, Hartley. Dalton. Smith, we just did. Ross, good one. Ames, just did. I spelled it wrong, but we just put that one in. Lewis, we did. If we did Lynch. Nice. Clymer, I think we got. Yes. Computer's stalling a little bit. Reed with an A. Is there another one? Good. You. We actually did that. You guys love that name, huh? McKean. King. I got it. Middleton. That's more than one. Nice. Monroe. Did we do Monroe? Yeah, we did. Hudson. I think we got that one. Nelson is a good one. If I spell it right. Nelson. Must have already done. Paca. Sedgwick. Penn. Gun. Gun as a last name. What about if it was a part of a first name there? Huh? What if Gun was part of a first name? Huh? Scudder. Great one. Few. Law? Nope. Lord, I don't think so. I don't know if you're teasing me or not. Low. Holden. Steele. Ross. Okay, I think we did Roberto. Roberto. Yeah, we did it right at the beginning. Rodney. Don't want to forget the Rodneys. Maclay. Ward. Artemis. Hooper. Bannister. We did, yeah. Wilson, I think we did. No, I guess not. Okay, we did. Partridge. Wincoop. Did we do Wincoop? We did. That's a weird one that keeps coming up, but great. I love it that you guys are remembering these names. Blount. Spate. Dean, we did. Yeah. Already didn't work for once. Okay, I'm catching up. Did I catch up? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Oh, I thought I did. I got cocky. Look at me go. Oh, yeah, you guys are way ahead of me. Okay. Blount, Spade, Dean. Okay. Okay. Sumter. We did. Come on, computer. Ingersoll. Not the time to slow down. Ingersoll. Great one. Mick. Henry. Oh, that sounds like another one that I don't think we did, but a really big name. That's a short version of that. Packer, we got. This Reed. That's the other Reed. Maclay, I think we just did. Scott, we did. I'm going to check, though. Jennifer. St. Thomas. Weisner. Good one. Anyone else from New York? St. Clair. Went to the First Continental Congress and is from Brooklyn that I was talking about not so long ago. Maybe Brooklyn? Maybe the guy from Brooklyn? Herring. Patterson, yes. Hartley. Did we do that one? Yeah. Butler. Scott, we just did. Pinckney. Yeah, that's at least two. Heister. Gorham, we've done. Middleton, we've done. Dean. Bassett. We must have done. Bedford. There's the other gunning. Lloyd. Nope, that's Floyd, and we got him. Nope, and you typed Floyd. Okay. Matt Stone. Are you a South Park fan? Because when you type Stone after your name, it says Matt Stone. And, you know. Let's see. Baldwin. Jay. Yeah, we got Jay. Dewar. Do we miss him? Yep. King we got, right? Yeah. Wingate. Can I spell it? Yes. Nice. Ames. Pretty sure we did. Yeah. Walker. I think we got. Elmer's Glue. We did not get. Oh, we did. Okay. Did I spell it right? Elmer? Okay. Dwayne. James Dwayne. Must have gotten him. Is that a Johnson? Let's see. It's Ashley. So, did you follow up? Yes. Johnson Johnston. Great. Perfect job. Johnston. Dalton. Oh, we must have done. Yeah, we did Dalton. And Drayton. But did we do a city in Ohio that sounds exactly the same? Bland. Did we do it? Yeah. Giles. Okay, we got two Daltons. Oh, we did Drayton. Maybe we did. Griffin with an I? No, with an E? Yeah, no, we did already. Blount. Leonard. Oh, Leonard. Good one. Oh, Bedford. I thought that was wrong. That's why I type them in. Because I can't memorize all these names. Oh, we're doing some weird. Hawkins. Hawkinson? No, nice try. Nice try, actually. It works. It works a lot of the time. Oh, man. I got to catch up with you guys. Page. Ugh. We're down. Oh, my God. You guys are so far ahead of me. Aesop. Aesop Stanton? What's Stanton? Stanton. We must have already done it, because I thought Stanton was one. Parker. Sinnixon. There it is. Good job. Is there? I think we did. Mackley, we did. Taylor. Stockton. Good one. Ross. Yeah, we got Taylor. If I can spell it. Nope. Martin, did we do? Yes, we did. There it is. Lawrence. There's the other Oh, no, we did that one. My computer doesn't want to erase. I'm going to put it in. Lawrence, spelled regularly. No, is it? Did we do it? Okay, never mind. I'm just going to type what you guys type. Hooper. I think we missed a big one that sounds exactly like Lawrence. That, like, is really famous from a play right now. And forgive me if we did do it. Hooper, we did. There it is, Ashley. Henry. Oh, I guess we got it. Okay. Norton. Hayward. Benson. Bland. Chase, we did. Braxton. Must have done. Hathorn. There it is. That's the spelling. Thank you, Misfit. Herkimer. Nope. He was in the war. McKean. We did. We did. Oh, man. Lee, we did. Is that how you spell Sylvester? Sylvester. Yes. Okay. Thank you for clarifying, Misfit. Cook. Nope. Lynch, I think we got. Burke. Good one. Aidenus Burke. Hosmer. That's a tough one. Hosmer. Rush. Oh, don't forget him. Guy Hazard Hall. I think we got. Folsom. Kinsey. Reed, we did Jones. Is there a Jones? No. There's actually not a Jones. There's a John Paul. Well, and there was Wiley Jones in the Continental Congress. This isn't everyone in the Continental Congress. This is everyone who was in a legislative role or signed something. Lawrence. Did it work? Lawrence? Okay. Lawrence. Good one. Brearley. DeWitt. Nope, not on this one. Borum. Thank you, Ashley. My computer is slowing down. Schuerman is a correct answer. Cushing, Scott, think we did. Pain, I think we did. Humphreys. Nice. And I've caught up. Oh, sweet. Boudinot. Good one. I caught up. Okay, 221. Wowsies. Okay. Let's see. Ward. Good one. Must have gotten it. Lloyd, I think we got. Let's see. We are missing a First Continental Congress delegate. Oh, we always get. There was a guy who was coming around for a while whose last name was an ancestor of this First Continental Congress delegate who ended up being a loyalist. Cadwallader. Nice. Mercer. The rest of these we did. We did Galloway. Thank you, Scots. Rodney, I think we got. Yeah. Let's see. All right, 224. We should definitely break our record. From Virginia, a Constitutional Convention delegate from Virginia. Oh, he walked away and didn't like it. His name rhymes with my name. Biddle, got, Brown, Gale. Guy's name rhymes with my name. Senny? Is that a name? Senny? Oh, with a Y, Misfit. I gave you the Y. One of the biggest political thinkers in Constitution. Mason, thank you. Dawson, no. Conti, nice. Mason, thank you, everyone. Came with me. Congressman in the first Congress. Oh, I don't know who it is. I think Day? No. I think we got Pendleton. Randolph, I think we got. Oh boy, we already broke our record, by the way. Another First Continental Congress delegate from. Oh, I can't remember. You drive on a Gadsden. What do you drive on? And it's spelled wrong. Tillman. We must have gotten Tillman. Yes. Roads. I don't know how to spell it either. Roads. There we go. Got it. We got it. Count it. Don't remember who this person is. Massachusetts. Oh, one person. First Congress in Massachusetts. I don't remember. New York we got. New Jersey. First Continental Congress from New Jersey. Oh, these are tough. Walton we've done. Dean we've done. Let me see. Articles of Confederation. Oh, President. Band of there were 3 brothers in a rock and roll band in the 90s. Come on. Ash. We got Ash. Lowell. Oh, it's not a W. It's a letter that looks like W. Crane. Sevier. Brothers in a band in the 90s. Singing pop music. Hanson. I did. Okay. I couldn't let that one slide. It was too good a hint. Yes, it was Lovell. I didn't type that one in. Oh. What did we get? 232. Oh, we were so close. Grout is a correct answer, Matt, but it's too late. No, the Backstreet Boys did not found the United States of America. They just made it great again. Okay. No, it was Hanson, Ashley. The man was Hanson. The song was Bop, and I assume others. Okay. Well, this is a new record. We still have all our lifelines. I'm not even sure what to say about this. 95% is extreme. We got Coles. Isaac Coles was the only one from Virginia we missed. We got Pennsylvania, which is pretty impressive. Massachusetts, we missed Grout, which Matt said just at the last second. And I made a video about this week. Whoopsie daisy. Just missed. We did get New York. We got New Jersey. We got South Carolina. We got Maryland. Connecticut. Oh, we missed Trumbull. Oof. And Trumbull should be an easy one because this guy, Jonathan Trumbull Jr.'s father, Jonathan Trumbull, was really, really, really important. That's all right, Catherine. If this is your first, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is your first time here, and it's a lot. We're throwing a lot at you at the end here. Definitely come next week because we play regular trivia to start. North Carolina. I thought someone said Caswell. Again, Josh Hartnett and William Davey. Man, these. The problem is there's always going to be names we usually get that we miss, like John Sullivan. Almost every week. Gilman, Livermore, Bourne. And if any of you said any of these and I miss it, I do apologize. Like Pierce is one we get every week, but I don't remember seeing it come through. And so this is where we're at now. We are going to, unfortunately, spend the next several weeks getting about the same score because we're going to just forget some people that we used to know. Again, just to reiterate, we almost got Virginia. We got Pennsylvania, New York, South Carolina, New Jersey, Maryland, Delaware. That's a lot. The only two we didn't do real great on are New Hampshire and North Carolina. And the thing is, we know all those names. It's not like I'm going to say, hey, let's remember this name. No, we got Jonathan Grout every other time. And I'm sorry, I shouldn't swing my hand so fast. I'm on low latency so that you guys have no problem keeping up with me. So we're closer. When you type in, I'm closer to where you are. But that means if I move too fast, it can't keep up. So anyway, thank you guys for playing. I had a lot of fun. I sure hope you did too. Just for those of you who might have missed in the beginning, I am going to be taking a few... Next week, I'm going to be on the road, so I will make a few videos. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to go down. I will be on location. I think I am going to try and visit some sites, even if it's just me going to a noisy interstate intersection. Thank you, Ginger. So no trivia next week. I apologize. This Sunday, I will shoot our weekly wrap-up, but then that will be the last time I shoot regularly on Sundays. I will be moving the weekly wrap-up to Thursdays. It was more convenient during the week. I know there are people who are looking out. And yes, Lauren, when I come back, a week from Monday will be my 1,000th article about someone special to me. And I'll have what I think is going to be a fun video that day. So it's the furthest in advance I've ever planned an article or a video. I've actually been planning the article for several years. Anyhoozle, I'm sure there's more I forgot. I did also want to apologize for my sound yesterday. You know, Dr. Jane and I were debating whether or not to go live because we knew we were having the problem, but I told her, you just do most of the talking. And a lot of you guys watched for a while. So, you know, it's despite my sound quality, hers was fine, and she has a lot of great information. And I am going to work all weekend to make sure that problem is resolved. So thank you again. Everyone spend next week studying. Yes, you know, you can go to the website and practice this on your own time if you want. Again, that is one of really the reason I started Founder of the Day was this game. Before you go out, on your way out, if you want to hit like, that is the greatest thing you can do ever. If you want to be a patriot, like some of the people watching right now, check out my link to my Patreon page below. I offer a little bit of behind the scenes content over there, letting you know what's going on my end. So thank you guys so much. Lastly, yesterday was St. Paddy's Day, or 2 days ago was St. Paddy's Day, and we forgot to mention that St. Paddy's Day is also Evacuation Day. That is the day that the British, in 1776, gave up and evacuated Boston. They would pretty soon meet more friends and go to New York for 8 years, but Evacuation Day that they left Boston. So fun fact at the end here. Anyone who's popping in right now at the end, sorry to say, we just finished trivia. We had a great time. You will next week when you come, so hit like and subscribe so you're alerted. Not next week, taking next week off, but for all weeks thereafter for eternity. Trivia every Friday and American Revolution content all week long. Thank you guys so much. I will be back with our weekly wrap-up on Sunday.